Track man. Oh, pardon me. Oh, that's a cool. This could be somewhere. Hey, Plywood. Hey, Sergio. Oi. Hey, VCL. How you doing? Hey, I appreciate you coming through. Yeah, I'm just doing a little cleaning up this morning. Once we get everything set, then I'll figure out what I want to do. In the meantime, if you can figure out what kind of wood this is, that would be amazing. Yeah, cut it off of a stump outside. But it's also this same stuff, whatever that is, right? And yeah, if I can get this shop clean, I can get my head clear about what I want to do in here next. I'm going to clean this desk up too, and my bench today, which is more or less going to be sanding and planing everything back down to fresh wood. See how that goes. I just don't know what this is. Gloves. Oh man, did y'all see Calvin steam bending the other day? He made a steam bending box tube. Pretty awesome. I think I am eventually gonna make. I shouldn't say eventually. I think I'm gonna make another cane soon. I think I really enjoyed the cane making process. I'm enjoying the knife making process. I wonder what other knives I can make. I think I need to make a carving knife for sure, but I think I need to do more carving so that I can kind of see what I need once I start. You know, it's not like you start doing something and then you run into the limitations of what you can produce through your imagination efficiently, and then you upgrade, you add some stuff to your equation. I'm really interested in carving. I'm not sure what I want to carve just yet. Calvin was going to just on Mike's Live last night, but fell asleep. Oh, Calvin was just good. Oh yeah. That's funny. You know, it happens. Listen, the last couple times I was over there, he fell asleep. I mean, not Calvin, but Mike. So, or are you saying that Mike fell asleep? And what's up, Calvin? I didn't realize you was in here. Good to see you. Sorry I'm missing everybody. Starting to feel a little better in here. Not great yet, though. Not great yet. But we got a lot of new stuff in here. And I don't know if y'all know, but I had a secondary shop. Well, it used to be my primary shop space over here. And then I migrated over and took over the actual garage space. And now I brought in some of the rest of the stuff over there here. And now I'm misorganized again. Because I don't know. I don't have places for a lot of this yet. Not designated places. Maybe space for it, but not designated places. That's a good little bit to have right there. That little bitty Forstner. Keep that. If I can find where my Forstner bits are. Where the freak? Oh, in this case right behind me. I want to see a cool little exercise is to make a box and try to make all the seams perfect, where it looks like a solid chunk of wood, and then of course you slice it and make an actual box out of it. But I did this maybe 2 years ago on a table saw. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. And now I store Forstner bits in it because I'm running out of space. Sometimes I think I need to get rid of the stuff I'm not using, but then I'm like, I'll use it tomorrow. I just need all this space to be somewhere where I can find it again. So, it's a cleaning tool. It's over there. Ugh, dust everywhere. This sander, man, that belt sander brings the ruckus to all you mother suckers. It gets it dusty as heck in here. Luffy, what good? In the trash can. Little piece of oak. Can make a good handle out of some oak or a knife. Let's keep that. I guess you can start following me around now. Here's what I am gonna do though. I'm gonna flip this thing around so we can see some. What up, Lions? How you doing? It ain't afternoon, man. It's like early. It's like early. I'll be right back. Everyone hit that like button. Hey, I didn't think he'd do better just letting people off there. Gets a few drinks and gets this very serious vibe. I try to break it up. Smoke left at one point and says, sorry about your light bulb. Oh, man, that's crazy. Hey, VCL, I appreciate that. What a nice thing to say. Oh, cool as heck. Man, I got a bunch of people in here for me to just be sweeping. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna come up with something cool in a minute. Um, in a minute. But I do have a thing. It's crazy. It's crazy over here. Mask. I think I got a few left in there. Okay. Hang him up so we have him when we need him. It's crazy. Yo, Kelvin, what's good? What's good? Being in here. Everybody in her. Everybody in the club getting tips. So it turns out, I really like this thing. I don't know if y'all remember, but like a month ago, somebody asked me why I didn't have a Dremel, and I just like, I have no use for it. That's my construction. Yeah, that's my dumb construction brain. Because there really is no use for a Dremel in general construction. There's just hardly ever a place where you need to make a fine cut like that. Oh my God, it's the last cup of coffee in the freaking house. And I'm drinking it by myself. It's my wife's fault. She should have got some more. I'm gonna be right back though. I gotta grab something from upstairs. Welcome back to the same old place you forgot about. All the names have all changed since you come around. But your dreams have remained and they turned around. Ooh, we got the teacher. Ooh, we got the teacher. Yeah, well, we need us. Yeah, yeah, we teach them a lot. Got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. Cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Hey, everybody. Good coffee to you. Yes, Moreau, I made the African medallion. I made quite a little connection back there. There, Dusty. Ooh. Dum, 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 dum. Yeah, I didn't make this. Those are actually clay beads from Thailand. It wasn't in Chiang Mai, but it was near Chiang Mai. This village is known for their clay beads, and the quality of their clay is supreme. This is from Nigeria. A friend of mine brought that back from the continent of Africa for me. This is from, I want to say, Zimbabwe. It was brought back from the continent of Africa for me from a friend of mine. And this was brought back to me from Ghana. A friend of mine brought that back for me. This I made. Wu Tang. This I made. This I made. Doom. So I got a lot of dust in here today. This I made. Another Mama Africa. And this I made. More Wu. Yeah, we're teasing my life. Cause we got no respect. Can you see my shop? Yeah, for sure. Now, we must keep in mind the theme of the day is to clean this shop up because it's been horrible. Okay. I'm gonna spin you around. I'm gonna give you the real. I'm gonna give you the real deal. Okay. You come into my shop from that door. Right. And we would go this way and make a hard left. And there's storage. That's a lot of cleaners, paint samples, leftover paint, stuff like that. I've got in the other room probably a 10-foot by 10-foot area of the floor in paint cans. This is where I store my chisels. These are the little mini chisels. I built this stuff for them so they can sit in a soft space, be visible and accessible, but I don't have to cut myself now. While I'm doing that, I might as well, and I'm cleaning up, so you're gonna have to tolerate both right now. I'm gonna put these chisels in their proper place, which is right behind those chisels. And they just drop into their designated. Oh, that hurt my soul, but it did land on its side, so thankfully no chisels were hurt. Although my heart skipped a beat. All right, now again, I'm gonna give you the full tour, but I'm gonna have to do it as I'm doing stuff, if that's all right. And one-handed. We're also gonna clean that bench today. That's one of the first things I'm gonna do today. Is sand and plane that back down and that top. Get it back nice. I'm gonna clean all my junk off of this table. This is actually supposed to be a workbench. I hardly ever work on it except for when I'm using my Moxon vise that I made. All right. Here's my cabinet. Recycle. This is where I keep my planes. All of those up there are number 4s in one variation or another. One was made in England, I think 1940s, and maybe 1950s. 2 were made in America, one 1940s, one 1960s. And then I've got a Buck Brothers and Craftsman. And I sharpened them all and I've restored them all. So they all do a decent job, but these Stanleys are hands down the better planes. As I've used them all regularly, the adjustability is better. And that's the biggest thing. You can dial them in just a little bit tighter than you can these other ones, because the other ones will tend to have some slop in them. And the difference in the slop and not having that is when you tighten it, what you'll get is a sensation of, okay, here's where we're making good contact. And then that's where you are. But if you want to back away from that, the slop gives you too much space so that by the time it makes contact again and pulls back, you jump from here to here. You don't gradually make that transition. That's a visual explanation as best I can of what actually happens. But if you follow, because I did talk a lot of junk about these other planes being just as good, and for very simple tasks. Some of they really are very simple tasks. But the more complicated you get and the more precise you need to be, then that's when you start to notice the difference between what are traditionally considered the quality planes and what are traditionally considered not. Suzanne. Mr. says 20 minutes, everything good in life takes 20 minutes. Hey, that's what she said. Good day, King West. What up, PF2? How you doing? Miro Museum. I make knives. Hey, Suzanne says VSL, VLC. I'm sorry. I make knives, and my dad has asked me to make some woodworking tools for him. What should I make? I have 5160 spring steel, a ton of mild steel, and some HSS tool steel. I say make what you want. Okay. I'll tell you what you could make. Look up Japanese hand planes, and pull planes, like these boys right here, because you make the wood structure, but then you got to make a good little blade thing for it. Now this is tiny. This is not necessarily what I'm referencing, but there are a lot of like card scrapers. Look that up. I don't know how good you are at making stuff, but chisels are always awesome to have. Varieties of chisels. Um, Thanks, Stephen. I appreciate that. Okay, back to the tool. All right. So I hung all this stuff up. I hang a lot of stuff up with just these little cup hooks. So simple, but man, and these are just 1x6s on the wall, 1x4s on the wall. And that's how I hold all my clamps. I have not found anything that was more efficient or effective than that. I don't need anything fancier than that. I don't. I, One thing about woodworking, when you get a shop, you can spend a year just building things for the shop, right? I'll show you. Oh, that's embarrassing. There's so much stuff on it. I'm restoring these lights. These are the domes for some old style lights. I'm putting them back. It's a house restoration I'm still doing. That's my miter station. That's a saw. It's a fence I built for this so that these two line up with each other and I can cut boards up to, I don't know, maybe 16 feet. And if I cut on that end, I can slide it down, get my other cut on this end. It's really convenient for me as a contractor. I don't know how convenient it is for people who would be doing a woodworking shop. I don't know if you need two of these, but if you have two of them, it's fantastic. This is my lathe. This is the most recent thing. I sprinkled it with this dust just in case it had fleas on it or something because I got it from a guy. It does work. I do have to remove this material to see it's jamming up, it's swollen, and it's up against the parts and stuff there. So I got to restore that, but I did a good job on restoring this. So I feel like we can get that going too. But I got to build a table for it. This is my table saw. This is my alternative desktop to my table saw. I'll put it right here for a second. I just moved one piece of junk from another place to another place to another place. Anyway, I was really proud of this when I built it. That's my the only sled that I've got for it. It's worked great for me. I built a ton of cabinets with this thing. Um, I've kind of turned this into a table for the time being. But if you look below the mallets, down in there, there's my router. And it comes up, and I've got a fence that I can attach to this and use this whole top surface as my router table. And all of these are the same height, and they're all on casters, so I can roll them around and make them support each other. If I'm cutting something, I can push another table over to it, and it'll carry that height just fine. Down here, it's hard to see it, but underneath all of that mess is a jigsaw upside down with the blade up, and that is what I use sort of like a scroll saw when I need something like that. It works sometimes. And what else is in here? Oh, that's where I usually keep a lot of my power tools. A lot of my power tools are out of the shop right now because I'm doing a job. Some of my power tools are down there hiding underneath stuff. And then this beautiful fella, uncanny resemblance. And right now I'm just putting everything away. But like I said, you can spend a great deal of time in your shop if you don't have projects to do, because most people are doing this as hobbyists. And you can build stuff and tools like this mallet. Or that mallet. Even this mallet. But you know, I do a bunch of stuff. I am a little bit what you might would call, some people would say attention deficit, but I would argue that my attention is not at a deficit. My attention is just somewhat flighty. But I got plenty of attention. It just goes to a bunch of different places. This is my electrical box because I'm also a secret electrician. I can put it down here. But yeah. And this is my dust collection. I've got to work on that. I got to clean these out. I mean, it works, but if you don't clean them off, then does it work? Like most people in a shop, I'm my only worst enemy because I'm the only one down here. So there's nobody to come tell me to pick stuff up. And that's a problem for some of us. And that's my little home shop tour. Hope you weren't too disgusted. 95% of the men in population have ADHD or ADD. I have it. I think that's just nonsense. I think some of it is nonsense, right? I think that if we were all in the woods, right, and living tax-free, I'm just saying we live in the woods, we're just a tribe of human animals. The guy that we call ADHD now would be the guy that knew every poisonous berry in the forest. That guy would have seen every nook and cranny of that area that we lived in because he'd be an explorer. He would be interested. He would have many different points of fixation, and he would learn faster and more than everybody else. He'd be able to bring that back, and he'd be of some benefit. He'd just talk fast. And everything'd be great. But if you make us all have to sit at a table, all of us, at the very height of our brain's learning capacity, and force us to sit and learn the exact same things in orders and in rows and in seats, then the kid that's got that exploration mind and the kid that can have multi-focus is ruined in that environment. ruined. Good morning, Perry. How you doing? I have a higher perception because of it. Because people say I notice a lot more shit than they do. Absolutely, that's just what happens. That's just what happens. You and I'm not saying now. Here's the other part of that, because this is just not a one-sided thing, right? I have had children in my home that had epilepsy, and there were two forms of epilepsy, and weirdly and coincidentally, these two brothers, this brother and sister, had the two different types of epilepsy. One is where there's a separation physically between the two halves of the brain that aren't corresponding properly, and the seizures induced. The other one is a chemical imbalance that creates an issue, and chemicals cause the brain to seize. I watched what they call the ADHD medicine give these two kids a normal life, or really close to it. Without it, they'd be in the hospital 4 times a month. Easy, easy. Having grand mal seizures at 5 and 6 years old. So it's not all bad. That exact same medicine they do for ADHD helps that. And some people's stuff is a chemical thing, and the chemicals just need to be adjusted to a right level, to a higher functioning level. But you know, opinions vary. So do people. Headlines got ACDC. I had a friend of mine who used to say I got CDO. It's like OCD, but in order, like it should be. All right, let's get to figuring out what this wood is. I don't know what this wood is, and I'm not gonna carve it with this. I just got this stuff over here because I didn't find a place for it, and I got distracted with y'all. Don't be looking at all these random pieces of wood laying on my pieces of wood. Are you happy in life? Comfortable? Does medicine heal? Mm. That's a question for all of us, is it not? I am thrilled in life, though. I am thrilled in life. There are downs, and I'm one of those people that would naturally have a thing that you would call depression, right? Deep resting. But I know that. So I accept that. But I also know that that is not a place to live in. It's just a place that's there that sometimes I gotta visit. Um, but that's just what it is. And yeah, medicine helps. Some medicine. BCL says I gotta get going. Take care. Oh man, it's good to see you. Good to talk to you. I'm glad you came through. All right, now let's get to something. Let's get to something. I really get excited to be able to sit and talk with y'all. So sometimes, you know. Hey, Michelle, good morning to you. Hey, Suzanne, Rhinestone Suzanne. That's who I'm learning how to engrave. Not engrave, what is it called? Dang it. I lose words so much. Anyways, I don't know what this is. And I think I want to cut it and see if I can use some of this grain. I don't know if you can see it real close, but some of this is soft. I think the bugs have gotten into it pretty far. I don't know, but all this looks very interesting. And this is the same wood. I don't know what this is still. Here's another look at some of it. These are from branches from this very same tree. So this is also, but I don't know what it is. You can get it very smooth with a knife. Um, but I'm gonna open it up, see if I can pick a piece out of it that I can use. I think maybe I'll start right there, knock that off. And And I would be putting this on the table saw. But some of my family's still sleeping. Sorry, I'm back. Just had to make my morning EDC video. I hear you, buddy. All right, so maybe I'll slice it right there because this looks interesting. Looks interesting. I haven't cut this wood, and this is pretty close to that hump, so I hope it ain't too bad, too hard, and embarrass myself in front of everybody. Thrifting for tools soon, that'll be fun. Gonna be a nice piece, hopefully. I hope so, Perry. Let's see. Looks like it's arm day. Ready to head to the tool shed. Get this blade character from the Puppet Master worked on. Oh wow. That sounds cool, Perry. Sheffield, the Steel City. I didn't know that's what they call Sheffield. Now I know. That's gonna suck if you can't see what's inside. Let me open that. So there you go. Kevin Ellis, how you doing? Working on that contest. Oh, what? I missed We're through. Interesting-ish. Not beautiful. Maybe it could be. But I don't know what I was expecting. Either way, let's cut us a slice of this off. And then we're going to use it for something. Something, because this has got to be good wood. This may not be. This is probably soft, but this looks good. I'm gonna shift that over just a little bit. slab out of it. And today is workout day, apparently. Maybe we should try this with the pull saw. See how that does. I don't like it. I don't like that motion. Pull motion on this cut, and it's fine. There are definitely people who are good at it and better than me. But I stubbornly want to cut on the push and the pull, and that is my plight. Left hand. Yeah, I made 2 videos, the morning now, and I'm back to hang out. Hey, what up, Craig? You're the most employed person. Who that? Yori? That's interesting. All right. You know where we gotta go to see what the middle of this thing is like, right? We all know where we gotta go. Let's see what it looks like flat. stuff. So I don't know. I know it's weird looking. I wish I knew a little more about wood. But I don't think this is a good. Look at these cracks. I don't think this would be good for making a handle of anything with that grain direction, which seems like the most interesting. But if I slice me a little piece out of this, I think that'd be a nice piece for like a medallion or something. Right? Let me get some more. Like right in there. That's interesting. So maybe I'll chop out a little piece of that. Let's see how it gets broken up down here. So I can't go down here with it or else I'll get into some bad stuff. But maybe up here I can get something out of it. Still don't know what this species is. Built from nothing. Just out of curiosity, why did I hand cut instead of using a table saw? You can make jigs to hold it and push it through a table saw. Oh, you must have got here a little bit late. The biggest reason for that is that I am a dad and a husband, and my shop is in my basement slash garage. So if I turn that stuff on earlier, the whole house is downstairs punching me in the head. So, you know, plus woodworking. You know what I mean? It's fun stuff. Sometimes we gotta get into it the hard way, cool. That's all. Soak it in some water. The next piece you cut. Soak it in what? This? Soak this in some water? What, before I cut it? But I know. Meantime, let's get into some of the rest of it. Oh, so it's not so dry and doesn't crack. Hey, thanks, Perry. I appreciate that. Always a long way. I love handwork. Me too, Perry. Me too, mister. Sorry about that. I read two things at the same time, you know what I'm saying? And then not get any of it right. Because this one's pretty. This one's rough. Get to the wood though. Hard. I think next time I just got to cut a longer piece of wood, right? So I can get enough length out of that proper grain direction. Where you at, girl? Hold on, I got a mallet that I prefer. Sharpen this. I've been whacking on stuff with it for some while now. Let me get a little bit heavier duty mallet for my task at hand. See how it won't even stick. Might as well get a squig of my coffee. No hope so. No so. Makes a difference. Oh yeah, this is, this is all experimental, so I'm having fun with it either way. But I wonder if yeah, so I'll learn all about this wood. So soak it in water, and that'll keep it from starting to crack up like that. Because that's interesting. Like, that's a lot of interesting texture, and variation, and I like that kind of thing. There's people that like uniformity very naturally. Visually, I tend to lean towards chaos. Oh, about 100 cuts before you got to sharpen it? Gotcha. This is my first one. I've probably gotten well beyond that. In this case, I just want to get to some. Some usable wood. See what this stuff looks like from the side, you know what I mean? From the pretty side. Which is interesting. Let's just cut a piece out of it. Yeah. Let's just knock a chunk, a hunk out of it. I think I want my other mallet though. And you know how something's in front of you so long that you forget that it's there, you lose vision of it. I don't know where this. Oh, here it is. See, that's the one. That's some tough wood, great accent. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing a less than stellar job here. Let's see if we can just knock a chunk off out and see what that looks like. Man, that's some hard stuff. Look at that. I'm barely in there. That's some hard stuff. I'm going to take it off of the bench when I hit it because I don't want to rattle you guys too much. I'm going to whack it down here once. See what we get. And that worked, but probably wasn't a smart thing to do for my axe blade. I did try to keep pressure on it so when I hit it, it went like that. But I did tap it. I did sharpen it anyway, but I will be doing that next. Look at my mallet. That's beautiful wood. I don't know what that is, but that's kind of pretty. Shall we sand it and see what we get? All right, Perry, we'll see you later, man. That is cool. That's worth the effort. Now, I realize it's only wood. I get it. It's only wood. But there's possibilities in there, fam. So, Oh yeah, I'm over here. You know me, I always do stuff the wrong way. I'm kind of known for it. But, yeah, like we always say, results vary. Don't try this at home, kids. What we are going to do today, though, is what I did intend on doing anyway, which was, I think, I wants to pull this bevel back a little further. Now that I got two sharpening experts, a hatchet wizard, axe master, if you will, from Sherwood Forest, of all places. What do you think, Lions? Should I, could I, put a little more angle on that bevel? No, I can, because I got this grinder over here. Question is, should I? Fret not, Carnage. Fret not. Even in my foolishness, there's a certain bit of calculation. I could bring it down to 17 degrees. I've come here to say Maple was born and bred to be an asshole of a wood. Looked in the general direction of the board. Yeah, and it split. I'm doing good, Calvin King. How you doing? I'm sorry to hear that about you and that Maple. I just learned the presence at the men of the horizon, not to destroy the foundation. Or horizontal, not to destroy the foundation. Ah. Always put wood with 90 degrees turn lines to the blade. Beautiful lack, says Leroy. I put a 17-degree angle on mine and it cuts through like butter. Lion says 18 to 22 is good. Now, I don't know what y'all talking about, but yeah. I guess we gotta mark it first, right? We do have to do that. I get excited, man. I get excited. Jump ahead sometimes. See how we doing 150 things at once? This is definitely gonna happen, right? Um, but yeah, let's get a marker on that. And I'm gonna come back. Let's say that much. Do the same thing on the other side. Stop it. Stop it. Do I have a calibrator? No, I do not. No need to ask, he's a smooth calibrator. But I got a hand as steady as the hand of time. Smooth calibrator. Make that mark here. Sorry. Let me get something else here. So you can see. All right, so now we got our marks. Correct that a little bit. All right, I'm gonna just do that. I can get a calibrator for $9. That's what's up. This isn't what you're referencing? You mean like a digital? I'm taking this bevel down, Lions. I'm taking it back. And we asked you what we should do, and you weren't here for us. Hmm? Now I have developed a curiosity that I had not thought about prior because I was so excited about just getting this thing going at all. Mars Blackman, yeah. Um, is this wax? No, this is a rubber belt sander cleaner. That's all it said on the package, so I don't know what else to tell you about where to find them. Harbor Freight is where I got mine. But I can put this thing on an angle, this plate. So that can work in my advantage, right? I don't have to guess about my angle. So I'm gonna do that. Or I'm gonna try to. And while you do it, I'm gonna wait. Wait a second. Where are my pliers? Oh, here they are. Gonna wait in a minute. Hmm. That might be 45 degrees. Yeah, that's about 45. That's no good to me. But is it a place to rest? Is the question. No, it's going to block me a little bit. This right here could happen, but that could happen without this. That does put this sort of out of the way. I wonder if there's a way for me to build a better angle. If there's a way for me to adjust this more. It's not. Well, for the time being, I'll put it back up. And then maybe we have to build a jig later that'll do this better. I'm pressed up against the plate now. It's just the spring in that plate that allows that to happen. Sorry, this is letting my tray almost hit this, and I don't want it to shift over there. This is an old wobbly machine. All right, on with it. Two things. I need to open up my water container and get myself some available liquid to dip into, so I don't overheat this thing or burn it up. You're gonna have to watch me do that. Right next to the power cords is the best place to do that. Now, we got a place as we go. I mean, thank you. Let's go. Now, as I'm going, you can see that bevel's going a little further back. This is going to be a gradual process. What I'm going to do is keep knocking down the very edge and then to that corner, to that peak, from this fat edge to that way. And I'm going to keep doing that until I slowly move that back. I'm not going to try to do all that at once and try to knock that whole grind down. I'm going to have to do it a bit at a time to maintain some control and not burn up my blade. If it starts to discolor, that's going to suck, and that's going to be metal that I'm going to have to cut off of this and regrind that blade again. So I'm going to keep getting it wet. I'm going to keep dunking it as I go. What I'm doing is watching the backside, and the water, the soapy, there's a little bit of soap in there. That water on the backside will evaporate away as I go. And as soon as it's gone, I'm off, right? Because I don't want to overheat that blade. As long as water's on there, it's not going to overheat. So that's the theory. I know you can do oil, but oil will ruin this belt. So. Also keeping this handle out of the way. Okay, so it's working its way back, but I don't know if you can tell. It's not even yet. It's just not yet. Now, what I can also do, which I think I'm going to try to do right now, is put I could put some files on this, right? And get this. My blade's still good. I haven't damaged anything. I haven't even made it to the end of this yet. But what I don't want to have is like a wacky thing going on here. And I think what I want to do is use the file to give myself some uniformity and cut down this edge and then do the same thing on the other side. It may not be the right thing to do. But I'm also thinking the mini belt sander might not be a bad idea either. So, you see how quickly the desk gets messy? The workspace gets cluttered. Alright. So I'm thinking. I can see that edge. And I can see that I'm moving that hump down. And that's kind of what I want. I'm going to try a couple of different files because I don't know which one of these is going to be more suited for this, but this one's doing pretty good. And I was just teasing you, Lions. I don't know if you're still in here, buddy, but I was just messing around about you not being there for us. Lions has done a whole hour tutorial on some of this stuff for me on his live, and it's amazing. I appreciate him so much. Y'all should definitely go check out Mr. Lions Fix It Shop. I'm trying to get this flat and keep the handle on here, you know what I'm saying? Keep this above the table so I can accomplish my angle. What I find sometimes is problematic is when we get too excited for the finish and we miss the steps in between. Be careful, this is already a sharp blade, so. This is awkward to do with the handle there. It's tough to get that angle. I'm gonna have to do a pull stroke, I think. Hold it upside down. It's gonna be tough. with the more abrasive files, you don't have to watch the scratch pattern. I mean, you do watch the scratch pattern, but you don't have to concern yourself with the edge of the blade because you can see where each strike is making it. And of course, polish it down. Get it finer. But we got to get to that, you know? I'm not hitting the edge of that blade. Not yet. Ugh. Just cheat a little bit. Ion. All right. So we're gonna clean a little bit of this up. What up, Smoke? How you doing, bub? Yeah, I was sharpening. I get a little quiet when I'm on the machines. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's another. Let's see. That bad boy hit that corner and mucked up our whole blade. We had to cut that bevel again. It looks like it did good. Actually, it kind of looks better after. Uh, but let's go ahead and get to the holy grail of this thing and hit it on the whetstones. See what we got now. Um, that's a very dull flat disc, and I keep it for that reason. So it's, the duller that thing gets, the more grit gets knocked off of it, the finer it is. So it's almost where it's a polisher now, which is almost what I need. You get the Whetstone. Man, I wish I had some more coffee. I literally drank the last cup of coffee in the whole house. Smokes and Mister up in this piece. Make sure I ain't missing calls and texts from my family. Alright, sorry y'all, I had to take a quick pause and read some messages, make sure everything was good. Yes, Smoke, send the coffee drone, brother, please. Brother, please. Deep rooted brain smoke to lead the brain smoke. Spad MC, stamina like Bruce Jenner, the one out texting MCs for you know. You're crazy like that blue. Think you can outdo a 1-2 and sick like the flu. Boy, spit boy all the time, cause boy, them rhymes you're kicking ain't worth a dime. Seems like there's no competition in this rap world expedition. You come out flat and knock you out position. Knock 'em out, man. No slave could ever dig a grave for the Mac and pound pack and fat to make you see man crack. Can't do it, man. Changes out there. Hold up. Let's make this official. Everybody has agreed that MCs need a tissue. Folks, my only issue. I bet your mama miss you, and I bet the Mac take off like Amex Messi. No more you whining on the charts climbing and look at the funk that you make me harder than a dime. If you didn't know who's rhyming. That song was just looped in my head. Oruk, what's good? What's good? How you doing? Smoke is a true hip hop head. A true ally to the culture. We still haven't cleaned this desk up today, and we talked about that. We're going to, and we're going to sand this seat too. Boom, 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 boom. Just like Uniblab, robotic chick the fatter. Will flavor bitter batter, fit a fatter matter than a mad hatter. I bet you might come out fatter. I got the data, turn your body into antimatter. Just like this is a leg, fit inside the stomach with the eggs and grits between. King is what I mean. Got the brand new flavor in your air. Time to keep the flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear. Max the brand new flavor in your ear. Now, what we're doing here is basically the same theory that I got with my trucks, right? buy something cost effective, but a good base. This is good steel. This is good wood. Holy smokes, my screen green. What the frick? Mr. joined the freaking channel and is a official member. Yo, Morris Blackman. Don't do that. Don't come after me, Spike. I'm just joking. But yo, I'm glad to see you here. You like these new safety glasses? I knew you would. Yay. Appreciate you, mister. Good to see you in here. Good to have you around. I gotta start doing some giveaways, man. What would y'all consider a good giveaway? Just curiosity sake. I really enjoy making mallets. Can give away knives because I think there might be a shipping circumstance involved, but I don't know. Lions wants a mallet. I don't know. I think Lions is well capable of building a mallet, but I would definitely build Lions a mallet. Hell. That guy has done when I went axe shopping. It was Lions good advice that helped me find this one. I'm gonna keep hitting this with the 400. Smoke said I look good in green. Oh, Mr. looks good in green. Got it. The green team. Lions is the best. We're just going to keep hitting this with the 400 until we feel like we got a nice, good bevel on that thing. Robotic in the movements. Repetition, redundancy is key. This is not a stylistic thing. This is just robots roboting. this way. Can you mark the edge and watch your progress? Just a thought from a guy staring at a monitor from behind the thing. Oh, yeah, you can do it. Well, what's interesting is this side I can see. This side, I just got a little bit of a heavy, like that's a little bit fatter of a bevel on this side, frankly. I kind of want to grind it some more. In fact, but here's the thing: if we are sharp at 400 grit, then we are just refining from that point, and we want to be sharp at 400. So let's test our sharpness here real fast and just see where we're at. I've got a couple of random pieces of wood around here. Let's try it here. And the corner's pretty easy. If we take off the necks, that's the challenge there. So we've got a good edge. Like I can't, let's try it the other side. Man, we've got a good edge, so I think we're hitting our place good. And that's feeling smooth. That's the biggest thing that I was concerned about, is if I chipped anything out along the way. You're gonna do some sharpening today? That's what's up. Definitely. It's an enjoyable experience for me. I don't know. What kind of sharpening you think you're gonna do? What's the method? And what do you think you're gonna be sharpening? I've been sharpening a knife while I've been watching. Carnage, I think you are always sharpening something. FYI, we're on 1,000 grit now. Again, as always, I'm on these Amazon Basics whetstones. Came with 3 stones, 2 sides on 2 of them, and the third is a flattening stone that you use to flatten the actual stones themselves. I am relatively new to curved sharpening smoke, but man, I can get a chisel and a plane together. But I'm getting better with this. Getting better with it. Sharpening mechanic 1-2 combo. That's right. Hey, Schmoke. Let me take advantage of our friendship. So, my 81 Chevy C10 and my 91 Chevy C10. I meant 91 Chevy 1500. When they start off and we're going great, everything's fine. After about an hour or so in Atlanta traffic, those trucks start to sputter, almost like they're losing fuel. If they sputter and shut down altogether, I fire it back up and it's back like brand new again. But it will happen if I'm going across town and coming back, meaning I go an hour that way and an hour back, the hour going is fine. The coming back, at the end of that trip, when I get back on the stop signs, they'll just sputter like they're low on fuel. Any idea what that might be? I got some ideas, but I'm curious what yours might be. But I don't know nothing. Vapor lock was one of the concerns because on my 81, before I got this new motor, I had a new line run back to the tank to keep the gas circulating and upgraded the fuel pump so it would recycle the gas faster. I think I was getting vapor lock, and that was the answer then. But I got a whole new motor. The guy took that system out because he said I didn't need it. I think I need it. I think I'm gonna have to go back to the source on that one. It gets hot in that. One is fuel injected. The 81 is carburetor, Edelbrock. And the 91. The weird thing is the 91 has looks like an aftermarket catalytic converter or something underneath it that has gotten white hot, discolored. I wonder if that catalytic converter is clogging up after it gets hot and starts to bog me down from back pressure. Oh yeah, cut it off. Injectors shouldn't get vapor lock issues, right? Carter says that was happening to his. Put some jet cleaner in it. I got straight pipes on the 81. I do. So the 81, I might be having vapor lock again because that gas today is not, as we both know probably, had a higher boiling rate back then in 1981. Today's gas can't handle that kind of heat. I wonder if replacing the fan clutch with with electric fans, if that'll help. Starting to look good to me here. Yeah, electric fans are probably going to be the way to go. All right. That's 1,000 grit. Now, I'm going to run that 1,000 one more time because I'm not sure I even want to get involved with that 3,000 grit with this hatchet. I don't know if I'll ever need it to be that kind of sharp. But it might be nice.
changed my position a couple of times because I am trying to get used to this curved sharpening. I understand it in theory. I want to get my hands used to a technique that I can switch hands with like that and keep the same functionality. Dominant hand, I am not ambidextrous, but I'm pretty good with my left hand. But you want a sharpening system that works good for your non-dominant hand. The dominant hand will always be able to follow. This seems to be going good. Pandarang, how you doing? Thanks for coming through. We're gonna go ahead and put this over. No, why not? We'll do it, and then we'll 8,000. I'm sorry, this is 3,000 grit. We're definitely going to flatten our stone after this. Had arm day with that handsaw this morning. Then we have an ab day with this motion here. These are not my hands doing this. This is my torso moving. Let's clean our stone back off. Go again. Again, we're at 3,000 grit. Very good stuff. Oh, look at it. When it starts to glisten on the end, it's like... I don't know if you can notice this, but look at the stone. I've got a lot of little scars and scratches in that. I'm going to go ahead and clean it up right after we do this. 8,000 grit. Now, the higher the grit on these stones, the softer. So you can actually be damaging the stones a little bit as you go. So it's important that you get your technique and most of your sharpening done on the lower grits, so you don't have to put too much pressure or stress on these higher grits. And we're kind of evolving as we go up the grit from an idea of removing material to the idea of polishing and refining the edge. And then we just get it ready for strop season. You know what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and set that in there while I'm still wet over here on top of this desk. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this, flatten this back out. That's what the stone is for. Get us back to a nice flat surface. for our next sharpening. Some material it removes. Get that right back flat and clean and smooth. Perfect. Let's get this one too. See that valve? We'll see that disappear in a minute. And it just gets all consistent. You can tell it by the slurry and you know you're done. Nice, flat, smooth stones. Might as well do these while we're here. That 400 took a lot of beating today. That's good. Look at that 1000 grit. Ugh. Flatten it out. Whetstones are great. You have to take care of them, but you can keep them forever if you do. Or for a really long time. I won't say forever. All right, we're gonna get that up. Now, my strop has plenty of stuff on it. And I'm still gonna overdo it. That's just how it goes sometimes. I'm gonna rough it up a little bit though. Just water off. Like that sound though. Techniques will evolve. You get some idea about what feels effective. You feel like you're making contact with the whole blade in an efficient stroke. See, can't do it with the non-dominant hand. Adjust the technique. Let's see if we got sharp. see. Is it wet? Hold on. Use the paper that's not wet yet. All right, let's try it. Sorta. Got a nick in there somewhere, I think. Feel like I got a nick in there somewhere. Because it's slicing. But watch. I didn't do it that time. Not bad. Pretty good. Yeah. And if you look, that little micro bevel on the edge of that, it's looking pretty good. Now, let's try it again at the very bottom. Oh, this paper's wet now. That paper's wet. Because my gloves are wet is the problem. It's pretty good. So, I think we ended up good here. You know, we had some really hard wood we're getting into this morning. We still don't know what this is, but we cut into it. We found a cool little pattern in it, and we got something we can use for something. I don't know what, but we got that nice smooth grain from sanding it down. And maybe I could carve something out of it. I don't know. It's pretty hard stuff. Let me see what a carving knife does on it. We'll try the one I made the other day. Flex. Okay. It is hard, but it is not bad to carve. Not with this knife anyway. Not in that grain direction. Yeah, this is some tough stuff. Definitely wants to slice better that way. But we'll see. Maybe we can think of something to make out of it. Oh, walnut. I don't think it's walnut now. The walnut I've got here is black walnut, but couldn't tell you for sure. Looks like oak from that side. It definitely does kind of look like oak from that side. And I never considered that because I didn't think it was oak. But got a nice sharp axe. We cut into quite a bit of it. Here's another version. This is it sanded down in a different. This is a branch off of the same tree. So I don't know. It could be. Could be. But it's hard like oak. I can't say that. It's got some. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, you see how much resistance I got on that? And we know it's sharp. give the cut a nice clean. Cleanish cut off or something, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think we can make something from it. And look, when it gets wet, because my gloves are, it gets very pinkish. It's very pinkish. Weird stuff. Weird stuff. True test is true test is if it still cuts paper now. I like it. I like it. Yes. Let us do that. And yes, we got more paper. First, let's check the knife and see if it does, right? I got a snag for sure. Get out of the way. The knife feels like it's got a little snag in it. I need to put it on now. Check the axe. Woo! Woo! Trying to play. Yeah. You failed me. Redemption. Yeah, the axe was better. The axe was better. But all these little cheap things, I paid maybe $20 for this. Made this from scratch. Paid about $100 for this axe. But this is from, you can see it's a pretty good tool. It was kind of in between chopping and carving. And I'm trying to get it more towards carving. With that blade, with that edge, with that bevel. I wanted to go back further than this, but I don't think I didn't have the patience to do it. So we'll try again later. We did get further, about twice as far back as we originally started with. So I think that's definitely going to help us. And it wasn't paper sharp before, but now it's so paper sharp. And that I like. I'm doing something right. Something right. And I think, like I said before, this was the same idea of my trucks. You buy a good base, a good handle, good steel, and you can make the blade better if the blade isn't sharp. If it's a discounted tool because they didn't want to take all the time to hone the blade perfect, then you just do that. Do you know what I mean? Same with these chisels. All of my chisels are from Harbor Freight so far. They work wonderfully. Wonderfully. So I'm gonna take a little break, grab me something to eat. Holy moly, I got 125 likes. That's amazing to me. And I'm so excited about Mr. becoming our member. I appreciate that. And anybody else who has, anybody else who is, my brother Smoke in the building is also gamed with us. And any of y'all else who want to, feel free. Now, what I do know is, Wes does it. If you're more than welcome to shoot me an email, I'll give you my number if you need to talk through truck experiments. Oh, that's what's up. Okay, Smoke, for sure. Shoot me an email, wesdoesit@gmail. It's easy to find me. And definitely we'll talk about you. I just like talking. I don't have a lot of truck friends, so I just like to talk about trucks with my homies. Anyway, I appreciate you so much, Smoke. Everybody else who was here hanging out. Oh, 126, man, I appreciate it. Technocratic theorist, I love you. I'm gonna go get me some more coffee is what I'm gonna do. Look at that, disgraceful. I thank y'all very much. I do appreciate you. Next time, we'll see you next time. That might be the day. Might be the day. Got a bunch of stuff to do. Oh, Tim, you showed up at the last second. I'm glad to see you, but we were about to split, man. We sharpened the axe today. We try to take it down a little bit, move that bevel, and then we did some. Can you see it? Got it nice and sharpy, and we're gonna put it back in its holster. Had that wrong. Keep it nice and safe, and we also got to figure out a way to do that for these somehow. But I'm gonna go get me something to eat. I'll see y'all later. Smoke, are you going on anytime today? Snagging the crown on the way out. For sure, for sure. Yeah, Smoke, let us know when you're going on. Now tomorrow at noon Eastern, I think I'm gonna go live soon. Carnage says. Yeah, y'all go check out Carnage. Carnage Bladesmith. There he is, right there. So I'm gonna see y'all on the other side. Peace, love. Which does it?